Hello, my angels. So, there's a lot going on right now. Definitely want to talk about the package that just came in today. It's from The RealReal. I opened it. I don't love it. This is the only one I don't love. And you know what it is? It's the Mark Mayra collection. I found out that they all have, inside the zip pocket, there's a little tiny tag. Where is it? Is it the zip pocket? I think it is. Yeah. The tiniest little tag that says Bottega Veneta and then a number. And that's how all of the Mark Mayra bags were done. Like no logos, no branding. But the interesting thing is they said this was Daniel Lee. And then on The RealReal, I showed you guys. I had the video, right? But then they said it was... Oh, I don't know if I published the video. I gotta go see. I don't think I published that one. I think I was just like, screw it, I'll just show you the bags. Why am I gonna show you twice? No, I think I did. I did. I showed you that I bought these 4 bags. Yeah. This feels like pleather. It doesn't feel like leather. You know that I've been in love with all the Bottega leather. This feels like crap. This can't be real. The other one felt like Hermes leather, so it was nice. This just feels like crap. It feels like pleather. I'm really questioning the authenticity of this bag. So this is the bag. It's a dumpling bag, right? Or rather, they call it the fortune cookie bag. It doesn't feel like real leather. I've touched all types of leather. This doesn't feel like, it feels like genuine leather, like crappy leather, but they weren't even making bags with genuine leather back in the day. Look at that. It just feels, it feels like a Temu bag. So I'm trying to get in contact with The RealReal, right? I don't even like it. I don't even like it in person. It just doesn't feel right. It feels like pleather. It does not feel like leather. The interior is very simple. This can't be Mark Mayra. He wouldn't make a product like this. It feels plasticky. Not like, I don't know. Waxy. It feels waxy. So I gotta say, for the first time, out of 5 bags that I ordered on The RealReal, I'm very disappointed in this one. And I don't know if they thought they could throw me in for a loop and be like, oh, well, whatever, she's, you know. This is horrible quality. This is not Bottega Veneta leather. This is not Bottega Veneta standards. This is not Bottega Veneta hardware. And neither was, I think, the other bag either. So I'm questioning the authenticity of that one. But at least that one had... It felt like better leather, and it had suede in the interior. You know what I mean? And it felt like a luxurious experience, and I like the shape. This just feels like straight up leather, genuine leather. This does not feel like leather. And I don't know, they say they don't do refunds, but I'm gonna have to contact them and be like, look, I bought 5 bags from you. It's not like I'm not coming back. I want to buy 4 more bags, but if this is what I'm expecting, I'm not gonna buy them. Do you know what I mean? Like, and hopefully they'll give me a courtesy refund, because this bag is crap. So I'm being honest with you. If you guys see this bag on The RealReal, don't buy it, because either their authenticity department sucks, or this was just a faux pas when they made this particular bag, and it's not Bottega quality or Bottega standards. It feels so bad, you guys, like straight up pleather. It's so sad. Unless they were just stingy that year and they used low quality products. But I can't believe they would do that. So let's look at this bag a little bit closer. It's got watermarks on it. Well, I don't care because you can take that out. That's really worn. None of this stuff was disclosed in the pictures, which that's the only thing I don't like about The RealReal, is they don't show you everything, and they just should. Just show us everything and let us decide if we want to buy the bag or not. You know, the other ones I was okay with because I knew what I was going to do with them. But this feels, look, it just, I don't know. It just feels wrong. The hardware looks off. The other one looked off too, but I like that bag. I just do like that bag. This feels straight. Look at it. It doesn't even look like leather. It looks like pleather, right? And usually their leather is fully saturated. This looks like, I don't know. I'm very disappointed. I can't keep this bag. I'm trying to get in touch with them and be like, look, regardless of whether your policy is non-refundable or not, this is not an authentic bag. Like, this straight up feels like pleather. It does not feel like leather. It doesn't look good. You know, it's just horrible. Straight up pleather, you guys. Straight up pleather. At least the other Bottega bag felt like leather. Remember, I touched it and I was like, this feels like what I think Hermes leather would feel like. And then I found out that Mark Mayra was with Hermes. And there's no way that I can think that Daniel Lee brought in less quality. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think Daniel Lee made, I mean, it made sense, like, if you think about, like, what he's come out with. But I don't know who made this bag, because on the Real, they have no idea what they're talking about. Because one, on mine, they say it's Daniel Lee. On another one, they say it's 2008 collection, Mark Meyer. But when I was looking at that 2008 collection, I didn't find this. And I was trying to see when the bag launched. That's my mom. I'll call you right back. And she just keeps sending me pictures of, like, my niece. Oh, pause. I was watching Netflix on my phone. Like, yeah. Anyway. And yeah, this is a dud. This is a fake. I think this is a fake on the Real. 100%. Guys, I'm telling you right now. Leather does not move like this. It does not feel like this. It feels like plastic. From the moment I saw it, I was like, this is not okay. This is a fail. Do not buy this bag on the Real. Don't buy any of the bags that say like Mark Mayra or Daniel Lee, like, you know, that are non-branded. Make sure that it has the Bottega brand in it, because this is a horrible bag. I'm sorry. This is a horrible experience right now. So like I said, they're not always good. Let me put the box over there. I'm going to return it. I don't know if I should just return it to sender. They say that, like, you have to pay for the returns. And then you have to, I think they probably deduct the cost of shipping and the cost of return. I don't care. I'm not going to spend $350 something on a bag that's not even real leather. Not today. Not with me. So that's what I have for you guys. Like, that was horrible. I bought 5 amazing bags. Well, I wouldn't say they were amazing. They were nice. The Peekaboo was my favorite, and I'm actually going to bring that in to have the guy just wash it and condition it and color it, because it's just better to make it look all cohesive and good instead of having these patches. Yes, it looks worn, and yes, it gives you that, like, I've had this bag forever look, but the truth is, I would rather it all just be nice and pretty. So let me actually grab that bag and show you guys. No, I'm gonna make another video right now. I'm gonna make another video right now of all the flaws, and then I'm going to bring it to my guy, and then when he gives it back, I'm going to show you how different it looks. That makes more sense. Okay, bye. All right, you guys. So, Real doesn't have customer service. They can't even email anything. It just says text. So, let's text it. It says text 50347, and then text Real Help. And I already put all the information in my notes to talk to someone. So I have the order number and the date. Copy. So what they said is this. Immediately they said, A. Hi, I'm Real's virtual concierge, here to answer your questions or get you to the right person who can help you so I can provide. Are you the buyer? A, consigner. B, C, I'm interested in selling. Or D, I need technical support. And then I wrote A. And then it said, sure, I need a few details from you. What's your first name? Mayra. It looks like this is what it's like. What does it say now? What's your last name? Perdomo. And all that's in the description box below. It's not like I'm telling you anything I wouldn't tell you. See, I got rid of these boxes because I know they don't look good. I'm actually, what's your email? That's a secret. Actually, what email did I register this with? Because I have like 17. Yeah. Okay. So I put that in. A. Then they show you all the information and they ask you if this is correct, and then you just write A, yes, B, no. Great, thanks for confirming. A completed order. Okay, which type of order do you need help with? A new order, progress in order, completed order, and they all have letters. Completed order. This is really ridiculous. Like, I don't believe in this virtual AI stuff. B, order issues. It says return in order, order issues, refunds, something else. C, something else. Is it missing, damaged, or something else? I need, okay. What's your order number? It should look something like this. So then I copy and pasted my order number with the order date that I got from the website. I just copy and pasted it from, when you go to the Real and you look at your purchases, it'll have it on the side. And now they're going to connect me to an associate. We're doing this in real time, you guys. Like, some bullshit. So I opened my package, and the moment I opened it, I realized something was wrong, period. This is not leather, it's pleather. Period. This is not an authentic bag. Period. I just bought 4 other bags from you guys, and I have 4 other bags I'm getting ready to order. But I'm not going to place that order until I can return this one, because this is not an authentic Bottega Veneta bag, period. This is pure pleather. It's genuine leather. It's not Bottega quality leather. And this is not what I paid for, period. I'm very familiar with this bag and what it's supposed to look like and what it's supposed to feel like. And this is not it, period. I would like a refund, and I would like to return this bag, period. And let me not say I'm going to buy 4 bags. Let's just say I'm going to buy 2. I just bought 4 other bags from you guys, and I have 2. Because I do want to, there's 2 other bags I'm getting ready to order, but I'm not going to place the order until I can return this one, because this is not an authentic. This is inauthentic. Right? Because you're just double. This is inauthentic. Pleather. It says pleasure. Thanks, Siri. Okay. She wrote platter, not pleather. All right. So now we wait. We wait for someone to pop up. This is ridiculous. What a horrible experience. Like, even when you move the leather or pleather, it moves like pleather. Like, I really felt like I was holding a Temu bag in my hands. And even the Temu bags feel a little bit better than that. And the lining, everything about that bag was just off. And you know what? I shouldn't have bought that bag. That was the last bag I bought. And something was like, don't get it. But I was already on like a kick. I was like, oh, well, fuck it. Sorry. I was like, you know, I bought all these other bags. Might as well just get this one. It's not, it doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. All my other luxury bags, they have like this energy that you're like, calm, peace. Calm. It doesn't feel like that. This feels like Chinese factory leather. You know, like Chinese factory, whatever, energy. Like when you get it from like Temu or some other place, like it just feels like whatever, you know? Whereas like when you feel like a luxury leather, even like, where, did I get it? Oh, I didn't get it. Did I get it? Hold on, where is it? Oh, I didn't get it. Let me put my laptop down because I don't need it. Oh, there it is. All I need is like a beret, and I'm like all French today. So this, even this, I was questioning. Believe it or not, I really was questioning this bag. But it is all right. That's why I'm bringing it to my leather guy. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna see if they're open, because I am going to Long Island tomorrow, and I'm just gonna drop off like 2 pairs of boots that need to be repolished. Well, 1 pair. It's like a pair of red slouchy boots that I have, and like they're starting to get scuffed up everywhere. because I had them in storage. And then when I went to take them out to use them, they were all scuffed up, and I was like, I'm not going to wear them like that. So I figured I would just drop this off and just have them touch it and feel it. I mean, it's wearing kind of like leather. See, right here. It slouches properly, it's the right weight, but then I had this other company contact me and tell me that they want to send me a bag. And when I looked at it, it looked very similar to something like this, but their leather is stiff. This is very soft and worn in, you know what I mean? Real leather does that, it kind of like wears out. And so I'm 90% sure this is authentic, and I'm okay with it. I think it's just really damaged, so I'm gonna have my guy polish it. The other Bottega one was the one that I was questioning. Stay right there. And I can't find it. It's somewhere under the mess in my room. So what happens is my roommate and I, it got ugly. And we had to call the police. I know. And I had to file a report. And he has to leave now. So at the end of the month he's leaving. And the roommate that was there before him was coming back, because he was only renting the room until that guy came back, but then he didn't want to leave. And I don't want to get into the details or whatever, but if this guy doesn't come back, I just decided I'm not going to have roommates anymore, which means I'm just going to be able to shop less. Whatever money I was saving for the mortgage on a house, I'm not going to have. You know, I'll have like, what is it, $1,200 less. And I'm just going to turn that room into a bedroom, because it's easier to just move. I just bought a headboard from Wayfair, and it's just easier for me, and 2 lamps from one of my clients, so the headboard matches the lamps. So I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna take out that bed that's in there, because he was smoking weed, and I told him he couldn't smoke in the house, and he still did it, and now the whole room smells like weed, and so does the bed, so I gotta get rid of that bed. So I was gonna buy a new bed, but I was like, forget it, I'm just gonna take my bed, put it in there, take my dresser, put it in there, and then turn this bedroom into a full-on office studio. And pray to God that I make enough money doing social influencing and with my other side stuff, where it justifies me paying this additional $1,200 a month to keep this space. Because I'm just so over roommates right now. I'm so over having other people's energies in my life. Like, I just want a space that's mine. I mean, I still have one roommate, but he's quiet. He doesn't bother anybody. He's easy. You know, it's a small room. If he ever left, like if I ever got a boyfriend and we wanted to live together for a little while here before we bought something, then maybe we would ask him to leave. But I don't see why, because he doesn't make any noise. He doesn't bother anybody. And turn that into like a walk-in closet, or like a music studio or something. Soundproof it, because it's small, you know, so you could soundproof the whole room. Here we go. Hello, Mayra. Thank you for connecting to The Real Real. This is Lane. Would be happy to assist you. There are serious authenticity. No, let me just say that. I know you have an authenticity department that you strongly affirm knows what they're doing, but I know luxury, and this is not luxury, period. This is a really bad bag, period. And I can honestly attest, considering that I just bought 4 other bags from you, that this isn't even up to par with those. And I've already purchased 2 other Bottegas with you, period. That way he doesn't like, or Lane, I don't know if Lane is a guy or a girl. It's one of those names that, you know, you're like, I don't know. Remember Pat and Chris from Saturday Night Live? My name is Pat. And you didn't know if it was like a guy or a girl. And then that was Chris, because Pat was like chubby. So, and you couldn't tell, like, is that a guy? Is it a girl? I don't know. And then Chris was super skinny and thin. And it was funny. Pat and Chris, I don't know if you guys have ever seen any of their stuff on Saturday Night Live. Hysterical. So that's how I feel right now. I'm like, I don't know who Lane is. I don't know if Lane is a guy or a girl. Not that it matters anymore. Like, you know what's interesting? Before the colonization of the Polynesian, this is me and the indigenous documentary that I'm doing. I'm always just blah. before the colonization of Polynesian cultures, they were very matriarchal. And there was a lot of katoi is what they would call them. And I think in Samoa, they call them katoi. And katoi are men that are born feeling like they should have been a woman. And they're recognized as women. And if they say, I'm a woman, and they're katoi, they can dress like a woman, act like a woman, and they are respected and treated as women. Even Polynesian cultures understood. And my theory, my personal theory, and I've had this theory since I was like 13, I have it written in a journal, that I think that reincarnation, if you believe in that, sometimes a spirit is reincarnated into a different body. So in your past life or in your last few lives, you were a woman and then you're reincarnated in a man's body. So then you feel like a woman in a man's body. Or you were a man and you're reincarnated in a woman's body. So then you have a lot of like masculine features in a woman's body, you know, and that's cool. Like whatever, who cares? The Native American cultures, this is when I interviewed Ben Sorrell from the Navajo Nation Museum. It's on my Indigenous documentary channel on YouTube. So if you go, I'll see if I can find the link. I interviewed him, and at the end I asked him about homosexuality. And he was explaining that even all indigenous cultures recognize that there are spirits within certain bodies that are born, and they have certain powers or abilities that other people don't have. They're special, right? Here in the past, they have been ridiculed and shunned and whatever, you know, and now we're more open and loving and kind and accepting. But it wasn't like that 20 years ago, you guys, just so you know. Because people forget that like 50 years ago, there was still segregation and stuff like that. May I know if you want? Please, period. I love your company. I'm making videos on YouTube talking about how amazing it is and how you can buy products and change the color and get it better. But I can't keep this bag. It was money wasted, period. I'm interested in buying 2 Chanel bags, which I'm probably going to get at the end of this week. I'm probably going to get them. Because the one is like under $700 and it's brown and I don't like it, but I could just have it dyed navy blue or black, probably black because you want to keep Chanel black. I love your company. I make videos. Amazing, I can buy products. Oh yeah, so after buying this bag, they gave me a $40 coupon that I have to use by the 18th. So they literally gave me 4 days to use it. So I kind of want to put an order in. So I've been looking for the Bottega pouch, the Intricato pouch, to see if she's going to tell me that it's non-refundable and that I can't return it and blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, this is not real. Like, I know it's not real. And they know. They're not stupid. Remember that pouch that I said was like one of my favorite bags and I take it everywhere traveling? I bought it on Amazon. Most of the dupes that I have, believe it or not, the pocketbooks, I bought on Amazon. I was like looking at my Amazon history and I was like, my gosh, the Hermes blankets, Amazon, all of it. And I think that's why Jeff Bezos stepped away, because he was like, okay, I'm leaving now. You can do whatever you want. I'm no longer really attached to this. I'll just be on the board kind of thing. And he walked away because he's like, do whatever you want to do. And I think maybe, just maybe, there's something deeper rooted in there, considering how much money we owe China, that something was agreed upon that allows this to happen and nobody's saying anything about it. That's a whole nother discussion. That's like the stuff I get into on like my other channel, which I'm not going to show you. But I talk about some crazy ass shit. I was going to start a podcast. Everyone was like, you should start a podcast and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I know. I talk about the darndest things. And it's funny because my friend, she's starting her own podcast. I can't tell you anything because then I'll be like, yeah. So I was going to guest speak on hers and she was going to guest speak on mine. And neither one of us was going to, like, you got to know my voice, you know, because neither one of us was going to ever disclose our real names, because the stuff that we talk about is going to be like, you know what I mean? But there are things that, like, you talk about with your private friends in privacy or, like, whatever. I like to talk about all kinds of stuff, like government, magic, blue people, whatever. You know, like, whatever pops up. Sex, you know, just, like, random things that people are like, you know, and it's like, dude, let's just sit down and talk about this. And then there's other people that come in and they have like supporting information and medical doctors and like reports and this and that and have like guest speakers. Okay, the return label for the item has been, love you. Thank you. The return label for the item has been created and emailed you. However, if you see that you are being charged for the return, then I request you to please ignore the statement because it has already been adjusted manually and you won't be charged for it. The refund for the item will be processed after the authentication process is done. Okay. The bag is in the same exact condition that I received it in, period. I'm just putting it back in the real bag and back in the box, period. I will put the label on it and drop it off on Monday, period. I'm just really disappointed in this particular bag, period. And I really want you guys in the authentication department to look at it, feel it, and really kind of see that it's not Bottega Veneta leather. It's like genuine leather, which is not high quality luxury leather. There's a difference, period. It's just something off about it. Even the interior is waxy as opposed to soft and cottony. Cotton-like. Okay. And I really want you guys all my other purchases were phenomenal though, period. Thank you so much. Let's go see if I got the email. And I still got that $40 coupon. So I was looking for the pouch, like a really fucked up pouch that somebody might have had, and then dye it black. But then the truth is, I was thinking about it and I'm like, Mayra, you already have one that looks like it. You already have enough Bottega and Fendi bags and all these other bags to justify that it's probably real. No one's going to pick up and touch your bag and look for the label. Oh, there it is. Let's print it out now. Download and print. Got it. Thank you. Period. Have a great weekend. Okay, so now... Oh, my best friend just texted me. I only have one thing on sale, but I opened an online store. So I told my friend that if he does this one thing, he could be a millionaire, right? And I'm going to tell you guys when I actually do it and I become a millionaire. And then I'll be like, okay, this is, remember that thing that I was telling you about? And I was like, you could become a millionaire if you do this one thing, but you have to also implement how the marketing strategy, right? So he already developed and designed his own thing. And now he's putting it on, like, he put it on Shopify. He put it on, no, not Shopify. He put it on Etsy. He put it on his own shop. And then I told him that he should get an Amazon account and put it on Amazon. And I'm developing my own set. Like, I have everything. I just have to put the labels on it. So I kind of like did it. I don't know. I don't love the one that I did, but I kind of do because I did it. But I kind of want to use, I created a prototype deck and then a prototype like set, I guess you could say. It's not a, anyways. And then, so now I'm actually going to try to, but that requires graphic arts. And I think I'm going to use Canva. And just, I don't know, I have to figure it out to kind of like replicate what I already did with my hands, like I created myself. And if I can do that, then I'll go ahead and I'll create that version. So I have one, you'll see, I'm gonna shut up right now. But I do feel like, I don't feel like those are $1 million products. I feel like those are like 100K, 200K products. And I believe that with all of my heart. And if I could do that and I could stay home and do what I love, Lord Jesus, what I would do for this world. You know what I mean? Okay. So let me close that. And so I got my return. And if you got one bag, do you think you'll be able to return it? Probably not. But if you have a history with them, I think they'll accept like 1 or 2 returns in the long run, even though this was supposed to be non-refundable and non-returnable and whatever. But the truth is, like, you guys saw that. Like, I wish you could have felt what I felt. That's not pleather. That's genuine leather. That is Temu genuine leather. And maybe it is Bottega, and maybe they went through this phase like Chanel's going through right now, where the quality has fallen apart, stitching's off. Did you hear what happened? I love Jacob, Super Jacob. So like I'm trying to figure out when to go live, because I don't want to go live when Super Jacob's live, because I like to watch him live, right? If you don't know who Super Jacob is, I'm going to put his link below so you guys can follow him. And this should be live, right? I should have done this live. This would have been a good live. But the thing is that I can't like read, and I'm not going to be responding to people. So like, I got to figure out how to do that. So, but this would have been a good live, right? So he was saying that there was an article that was published that, did I print it? I think I did. Oh no, I have to sign in. That said that in China, there's this one town that actually does all of the print. All of the Chanel bags. And that they don't always get leather all over the, oh, my stomach. Oh, why does it hurt? Oh. Oh. I'm getting my period. And my printer's not showing up. It's probably unplugged. And so he was saying that there is there's one town in China that makes all of the Chanel bags, and it's freezing and their hands are frozen. And they're like complaining that it's cold, and they're like, well, it's standard 18 degrees, which isn't true. It's probably less than that. And they're paid minimum wage, and if there's no leather that day, they don't work and they don't get paid for it. And the guy just shows up with like leather in the back of his car, and then he takes out the leather, and then they make the bags. They're not allowed to talk, so they have to like learn by watching someone else, because they're not allowed to talk, to be like, oh, you're not doing this correctly, it's supposed to be like this, press it this far, push it this, you know. It's basically they get in trouble for talking because they've been complaining, so they don't want them to talk at all. I don't know how accurate this is. You have to watch like his video on it. Maybe I'll see if I can find the link for that particular video. But I did try to click on the link for the article, and you have to pay like €1 to read it, and I was like, I'm not going to do that right now, because I'm just trying to like get all of this together. This thing that I call a mess that is my room, which is not going to be my room anymore. It's going to be my studio. So I'm basically investing in myself and all of my crafts and creating a studio. And I don't know if that's going to be a smart decision, because I'm paying a lot more money. And it's like, I could do that, but like the truth is I want to have a boyfriend come over and feel comfortable. I don't want him climbing over stuff, and you know what I mean? I don't want my living room to look like a warehouse either. I kind of want a living space. Some people can argue I could put things in storage, but they have like little bed bugs in storage, and I'm just not really a fan of that. So that's where I'm at with that part of the process. And I did it again. I changed subjects to the point where I forgot what I was talking about. Super Jacob going live. I got the refund. When do you guys think I should go live? Who wants to be a moderator? And I changed my whole format, where now I'm doing Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. I'll be posting videos, because I was posting videos every day, and it's like, whoa. And I have videos posted all the way up until July, you know, because some of this stuff, like, you can't, there's no links for it. They're just things that I bought that I'm unboxing and I'm showing you. And then all in between, like Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, I'm going to be doing, like the giveaway videos. Like, so if we hit a qualification, then I'll do a giveaway video, or like updates and stuff like that. I need your feedback. I think I'll probably do it on my Facebook channel, because my Instagram channel is like pure luxury, and I want to keep it pure luxury. I want to keep it high fashion, and I want to keep it up to date. And I only post things that I really love, right? That's the Instagram, because it's visual. I don't put any of this stuff on my Instagram. I'll put it on my Facebook. I have another Instagram called Reviews by Mayra, and that one I'll post certain things on, videos and things like that. But like for me, taking a picture of my outfit and explaining like what it is and how you can get it and stuff like that, I think I'm gonna do it, because even with Instagram, you're limited in like, I guess like you can press it, you know, like let's say I'm wearing 4 things in an outfit. I can't on my Instagram have a link for each thing so that you can I don't think, maybe Bitly's or whatever. I don't know how that works. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use my Facebook to post all the videos that I think you guys should be watching to learn how to, like, you know, find a real versus a fake Hermes, because I don't have a real or a fake Hermes. So I put the videos that I think you guys should be watching. I have like a super Jacob video on there too that I think was interesting. And like, that's just video for educational purposes, for you guys to better become acquainted with fashion, high fashion. If you're already acquainted, little nuances that you might not have noticed, right? So that's what the Facebook channel is. But I think I'm going to start using Facebook and maybe posting here on YouTube. And I'm going to start a TikTok. Well, I could do it with the TikTok, I guess. My daily outfits, like, hey, this is what I put together today. And then you guys who've been with me from the beginning will see little pieces from the stuff that I've purchased. And then I want to be able to put links so that you could buy those pieces for yourself if you want to add it to your collection, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of like, this is going to become now, yes, it's still a shopping channel and an unboxing channel, but I want it to be more of a styling channel. And I will be offering virtual consulting if you guys are interested. If you yourself wanted to have my personal advice and you wanted to sit down, I should be wearing my Hermes necklace right now, but I'm not. And you wanted to sit down and talk about styling, then we can sit down virtually and have like anywhere from like a 30-minute to a 1-hour session. We can go through all your clothes virtually. You can open up your drawers. I can even help you with organization, where I can tell you what to do and how to fold it and what to buy so that you can better organize your life, because, you know, I'm a professional organizer and I can't reach everyone. I can only reach the people that I can drive to, right? So if you want professional organizing tips, and you're willing to buy stuff, I can tell you what to do. If you're not, I can tell you how to organize it and how to move things around based on your space. But like, when you get to a point like me where you have more stuff than you do space, and there's no organizational technique or things that you could buy to put this stuff, like, you have to either put it in storage, you know what I mean, donate it, give it away like I'm doing on this channel, or find another space. Like, I am choosing to not rent the room out anymore, not have a roommate, and turn it into a studio, because I feel like that is more beneficial and lucrative for me. And then I actually wanted to start doing the podcasts in that room, in the studio room, and create like a whole wall that's just dedicated, maybe probably this wall, move everything from here that's fashion over there, and then move everything that's just audio, visual, whatever over here. And so that's kind of like where my focus is shifting. I have a lot of knowledge and I have a lot of talent, and I am not allowing it to reach the world for some reason. I'm blocking myself. It's self-sabotage. And I do have online courses that I've actually recorded that I'm going to be uploading to like Udemy and Coursera and Mind Valley, I think it is, or whatever. There's a couple of other places. And I'm going to be selling all my courses or in classes from anywhere from $10 to $20, because I've gone through it, I've been through it, and I've pulled myself out of it, you know, and the only way that you can actually teach people is if you've done it yourself. That's how I feel about most things in life. Like, you know, unless then you're just preaching to the choir, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, I only talk about the things that I myself have gone through personally, and like the things that I've pulled myself out of. Now, honest opinion, do you guys think I look a little bit thinner? I mean, yes, the extensions make me look thinner, but I feel like I've been using, not this one. This one I have to give to my mom. This is the one I bought on Temu. Oh, the other one's on my bed. So the Zikee one, I did a review on it, or I'm going to do a review on it. And it's Zikee, Z-I-K-E-E. That one's amazing. I bought this on Temu for like $7 or $8, and it works all right. But it makes it, like, I always had to, when it was on, I always had to push my neck back, push it back. It wasn't natural. With that one, you just put your neck on it and it naturally falls back. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was no pressure. So I'm going to give this to my mom, because my mom has a more pronounced hump on her back than I do. My grandfather always told me I have to stand straight because our family can get those things on their back. So now I'm more aware of it. And I've been using that, and I feel like it's been pulling my neck up a little bit more and making me look a little bit thinner. But I'm also losing a little bit of weight. I've lost 20 pounds. Yes! And that's only from eating one meal a day and not snacking. Now I do, let's say in a month, I probably snack 5 days. But 5 days compared to every day, multiple times a day. I only have one meal a day, maybe 20 days, maybe 10 days out of the month, I'll have 2 or 3 meals a day, like a normal person, you know, probably because I'm hanging out with friends and they invite me, and then I'm like, oh, I'll have another meal. Okay. Or sometimes I'm just hungry, you know? And then what I found is most of the time I'm not hungry, I'm thirsty. And if I just have water or something, mostly water, because if you have something in a drink that has sugar or any other kind of like food material, then it activates your stomach and then you're hungry. But if you just have water, it kind of satiates you. And then you realize that you were just thirsty, you weren't hungry. Now, this doesn't work for everybody and anybody. I mean, the guy that's in the room over there, he drinks like, I don't know why these people that do this keep coming into my life. My cousin used to do that. She passed away. This other guy used to do that. He got really big. This guy's doing it. He has like two liters of soda every day, plus like 3 to 4 energy drinks, plus like a bottle of Moscato, plus whatever else he's drinking, like every day. It's crazy. And I'm sitting here like so conservative. Like I will have 1 drink, maybe 2 drinks a week. And that's only if I'm going out to, like, when I go to Lily's. Lily's is my favorite place to eat in Manhattan right now. It's called Lily's Victorian Establishment. I go to the one in the Village on 17th Street because they have one on 42nd Street. And whenever I go, I get the salmon because they have like this garlic spinach mashed potato mixed in together. It's amazing. And then they have the salmon, but the trick is the sauce. So you have to ask for extra sauce on the plate. And when you dip the salmon into the sauce, it is a divine experience. It is orgasmic. Every time I'm in the city, I go there because there was only one time it wasn't good, and it's because I'm a regular. So they gave me a huge piece of salmon, but it wasn't enough sauce. So then it got bland, and that was and then they have a really nice drink that begins with an H and it has a rose petal in it. I forgot what it's called. I always say the drink that begins with an H that has a rose petal, and they know what I'm talking about. Then they have the fish tacos, which are, oh my God, it's the sauce in the fish tacos too. Then the coconut shrimp. Oh my God, you guys. But if you don't want the coconut shrimp, let's say you don't eat seafood, but you want to get the fried ice cream, it has the layer that's on the coconut shrimp on the fried ice cream. So it's the coconut, like pieces of shredded coconut in the batter. And then they coat it with the ice cream, and then they fry it, and then they put it on like this compote of, like, I don't know if it's raspberries or strawberries. Then I think probably strawberries, because then they take a strawberry and they slice it into thin slices all around, so that when you're dipping into the actual fried ice cream, the compote comes out, so that, you know, each spoonful you can get some compote, and then you can get like a slice of strawberry. I'm telling you guys, this is such an amazing experience. I do spend a good amount. I spend about $80 every time I go there on like 2 drinks, the salmon, and maybe something else. Sometimes it's an appetizer, sometimes it's the ice cream, but it's what I do for myself because I deserve it. And it's usually, and I don't go into the city often. It's when I'm working doing like data entry or something like that, or organizing, and I didn't drive. I took the train in and I'm right there, like 2 blocks away. Then I'll go there. It's not like I go out of my way to go there, but it is one of my favorite places that I highly recommend. And it's a luxurious experience. And anyways, I was talking about this thing. So I like the Zikee one, Zikee, on Amazon. They sent it to me, and you know, I like the fact that I'm receiving stuff to do reviews because I get to see the difference. This isn't a bad product, but you don't know what a great product is until you compare it to something that was mediocre. Kind of like, yes, a bag is a bag and it holds your stuff, but sometimes having a luxurious bag with a suede lining, or like the, you know, the Zuka pattern, this one, and you open it up and it has this experience, and it's just this pop of luxury, and then you touch it and the leather's nice, and this is solid metal, and this feels like heaven, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes those things, it's nice. It's not necessary. I mean, remember, our ancestors grew up in the jungle, on the plain fields, you know, like on islands, with nothing, and they made everything out of scratch. So we don't need this stuff. I learned that when I was in Thailand. I climbed to the top of a mountain. It was my first time ever hiking, ever. It was in Thailand, 2009, February 2009. And we were climbing up a mountain, and they gave us a stick. I'm like, what's this for? But it kind of helps you to walk easier with a stick. And everybody was faster than me, and I was all by myself, and I was like, I hope there aren't any cheetahs or lions or snakes in here, because if I get killed by something, nobody's going to hear me because they're all way ahead of me, right? And I think there might have been like 1 or 2 people behind me, but then even those people passed me because it's my first time. I didn't know. I don't have breath control. I didn't know how to acclimate to the elevation and all. I had no idea. I figured it all out by myself. Nobody coached me. Nobody guided me. It was all me, like, I don't want to die, like that, you know? Like, I just got to get to the other side. Where are they? And when we got down, we went up the mountain, and then we came down a mountain, right? It was about 3-4 hour hike. I don't know how long it was. And when we got to the bottom, they were literally building a bamboo raft from scratch, like taking the bamboo, tying it, putting another piece of bamboo, tying it. They built it right in front of us, 2 rafts for us to sit on. And I have video of all this stuff. I just had to like start putting it on my Where's Mayra channel, right? And there was a baby, and this is one of the most beautiful pictures I've ever taken. I can't wait to make a book of all my photography from all over the world. And there was a baby just sitting there, and it was literally a hut. It was 4 bamboo sticks with the thatch on top, and the baby was just sitting there with the baby blanket. And then I realized we don't even need all this stuff to raise a child. You don't need the baby toy. You don't need the crib. You don't need the protectors on the crib. But if you have a crib, you should have the protectors because you don't want your baby to hit their head. You know what I mean? You know, you don't need to swaddle them. You don't need any of the stuff that we do. It's not necessary. It's convenient. It's not necessary to carry a baby bag with all this stuff. It makes it convenient for the lifestyle we live, but it's not necessary. And that's when I realized it. But then I told that to one of my friends because I had that epiphany moment. And she's like, yeah, but what is their lifespan, Mayra? And that was another mind blowing. You know, she's like, what is a lifespan? When do they die? What kind of diseases do they get? Like, you have to understand that there's a comparison of why we do the things we do to sustain our lifespan and to learn and do other things with our minds that allow us to then understand why this is a better way to live, depending on how you define that. And then there was another thing, and I thought that was fascinating. It was the last thing I'm gonna leave you guys with. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm acquiring to the point where I'm gonna be over it. I think the guy that I was dating, he got to the point where he had amassed everything that he needed, and then he realized he didn't need anything anymore. He just needs the simple things. The Buddha route. My dad did the same thing. My dad amassed everything that he could have, and then he disappeared for 20 years, lived homeless on the street. It was his choice. He did the Buddha thing where he renounced everything and that's what I wanted to start a podcast for him. And then he got the stroke as if God didn't want him to speak kind of thing. And then 2 years later he passed. And if you guys have been with me, you're familiar with this journey, right? So I was thinking, like I told my friend, no, it was somebody on YouTube. Somebody on YouTube said that, oh no, it was in a movie. It was in a movie. What am I saying? But I had this discussion with somebody before. So the discussion was like, you can't give things up unless you already have them. It's easy. You always want something. And that's what the marketing is, right? Super Jacob talks about it all the time. Marketing is basically saying you desire it, you want it, and therefore you're willing to work hard for it, or you're willing to attain it, or you're willing to do whatever you need to get it, right? It's desire. You're being pulled the carrot stick theory, however you want to talk about it, right? And then this one lady, she was a comedian. She's hysterical, and they just got her making Netflix movies. And I forgot what it's called. I think it's called, it's like a war or something. I can't remember. Basically, it's her and this other guy, and they're just always going back and forth at it with each other about like just dumb stuff. And one of the snippets, I don't remember which one it was. Oh, she was first episode. She was talking to her husband, and he's like this artist, and he makes these chair art things. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's like this Asian. It's an Asian TV show, like where the main characters are Asian, but it's still set in America, and it's just like a regular show, but just the 2 main characters happen to be Asian, and which I'm all for it. And so I was sitting there, and she was saying something like, he's like, you know, we have to renounce these things, and she's like, you grew up with money, so it's easy for you to renounce things, you know. Oh, that's what he said to her. He goes, all you think about is money. And she's like, yeah, because you grew up with money. It's real easy to renounce things when you've already had everything. But when you haven't had anything and you want to, like, you know, you want to amass it, then you work harder. And it's true. It's such a simple statement, but it's so true. So I'm at the point where I'm just amassing all of these. I know they're not important. I know that. But all of these status symbols, and I'm just being honest with you, they're not important. I made videos about this before where I was like, does it matter if it's real or not? Do you want the look, or do you want the feeling, the luxury? Do you want the status symbol, or do you want to know that you've accomplished something and therefore you earned and deserve something? Like, it's all different. Some people are like, I don't care what it looks like as long as it looks like I got a Louis Vuitton. Why? Because it's a status symbol. It means you accomplished something. It means that you know, so it's just, what does that mean to you? You know, and can you have, because in there, I know billionaires that drive crappy cars, literally They dress in the simplest clothes. You would never know. But don't get me wrong. They do go to gala events. They clean up real nice. They have summer homes. They have homes in the Hamptons, homes in like, you know, all these countries all over the world. They fly on jets. But if you saw them on the street and you see the way they normally live, if you didn't go to their house, you would never know. There's people that buy apartments in Manhattan, right? They pay like $8 million for the apartment. They look so simple. And then you go to their house in like Iowa, and it's like this estate mansion with horses and all. You would never know by seeing this person in this apartment. You would never even know they pay $8.6 million for that apartment either, because prices are like ridiculous in Manhattan. Obviously, they're in a doorman building. They have money, but when they walk around, they look like normal, everyday people. You would never know they had money. They don't act like it. They don't talk like it. I've had people that are like multimillionaires. I'm talking about like hundreds of millions of dollars, and they talk like truck drivers. They curse. They yell. What the this mother, and everything that comes out of their mouth is a curse. But they're rich AF. You know what I mean? Mind you, they have factories and blue collar kind of businesses, and that's how they talk to their employees and the people, and you know, that's how they grew up. They built something into something big, and then they made it bigger, and then they became the boss. And then, you know what I mean? But it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see all of these different things, and that's one of the things I'm really grateful for, and I just want to share it with you guys. So back to the conundrum. Yes, it's easy to renounce things when you have access to it. You know, I've always seen all these wealthy people, like, they pay to have the experience of camping and glamping and like doing all this, like, oh, this is so kind of like indigenous or rural, or like this is real, you know, because they don't have real experiences, because all they have are luxurious and privileged experiences. So for them to get down and dirty, it's nice. And there's other people that have always had money, and they still climb and do all these things, and they look like regular, you know. It's interesting. So that my question is this: what matters? Does the money matter? Does the experience matter? Does the quality matter? Does the item matter? Does your thought around all of that matter? What really matters? Let me know, because this is a lead into my next project. All right, you guys. Until next time. Bye.